Medical technology is evolving at a pace unlike anything we've seen before. From diagnostics to treatment delivery, MedTech startups are redefining how patients experience care, making it faster, more accessible, and more personalized. At venusventure.us, even as a new firm, we closely study the MedTech ecosystem to understand which types of startups are creating meaningful, lasting impact. While we are early in our journey, these are the categories of MedTech startups we believe are truly changing patient care, not through hype, but through execution. One of the most powerful shifts in healthcare is the move from hospital-centered care to patient-centered care at home. So, we are particularly interested in startups building wearable or sensor-based monitoring tools. Also, remote tracking for chronic conditions like diabetes or heart disease is a big focus. And, platforms that alert clinicians before complications arise are really important to us. By enabling early intervention, these companies reduce hospital readmissions, lower costs, and honestly, they significantly improve patients' quality of life. Diagnostics is, without a doubt, one of the most promising areas for MedTech, but only when technology supports clinicians rather than replaces them. We really admire startups that use artificial intelligence to improve diagnostic accuracy. It's impressive when they manage to reduce review time for imaging and lab results, and even more so when their solutions integrate seamlessly into existing clinical workflows. When technology, like artificial intelligence, actually enhances decision-making instead of, complicating it, patient outcomes can improve dramatically. Chronic conditions account for the majority of healthcare spending, but, honestly, ongoing care is often pretty fragmented. We believe startups that focus on long-term disease management tools, patient adherence and education platforms, and continuous care models between visits are really creating meaningful change. These kinds of solutions empower patients while also reducing the strain on healthcare systems. Patient care doesn't just suffer from medical challenges, it suffers from inefficiency. Some of the most overlooked yet impactful MedTech startups focus on automating documentation and reporting, streamlining scheduling and treatment coordination, and reducing the administrative burden for clinicians. By giving providers more time with patients, these tools indirectly but powerfully improve care quality. Not all innovation needs to be complex or expensive to matter. We closely watch startups developing cost-effective diagnostic devices, portable and point-of-care medical tools, and solutions designed for rural or underserved areas. Accessibility-driven innovation often scales faster and, reaches patients who are typically left behind. Better outcomes start with informed patients. We're really impressed by startups creating intuitive patient education platforms, tools that improve treatment adherence, and digital guidance before and after procedures. When patients understand their care, outcomes improve and provider relationships strengthen. Trust is foundational in healthcare. Startups that prioritize patient data protection, regulatory compliance by design, and secure interoperability between systems are essential as healthcare becomes, increasingly digital. Innovation without trust doesn't last. As a new investment firm, venusventure.us believes thoughtful observation matters before capital deployment. We focus on MedTech startups that solve real, patient-centered problems, respect regulatory realities, improve outcomes without increasing complexity, and build responsibly for long-term adoption. We're not chasing ideas, we're studying systems that work. The MedTech startups changing patient care aren't always the loudest. They're the ones quietly improving access, consistency, and outcomes, day by day, patient by patient. At venusventure.us, we continue to watch, learn, and prepare to support medical innovation aligned with our mission.